In the midst of a storm in the middle of the ocean, young Alexander, sailing alongside his crew, suddenly decides to access his refuge, where his medallion indicates the direction to follow. The ship's crew believes they are lost in the ocean, but at the end of the rain, they spot an island. After disembarking the ship, Alexander remembered the story in which the god of thunder took the form of a golden bull to woo Princess Europa on the island of Crete. Not knowing what to expect, his medallion led him to the entrance of a temple, at the entrance of which was the sign of Taurus. Walking inside the temple, an imposing statue of a golden bull stood out in the middle of the temple. Looking at the base, an opening in its center showed its clutches to place the medallion to activate the test, just as it happened before. Only this time, Alexander decided to carefully read the inscription at the bottom, which said,
"In the gardens of Olympus, a gold medal, another silver, and another bronze, remain on an altar. Only the most precious will grant you victory. Deception will be your only ally."
Upon placing the medallion in the opening, the bull's eyes shot out a blinding light. Then everything was left in deep darkness. After opening his eyes, young Alexander woke up in the middle of a forest of flowers of different colors. The sunlight shone with a clear sky. On one of the edges, the clouds over the kingdom of mortals could be seen, while at the top of the gardens a crystal city stood with a castle in the middle. Alexander knew he was on Olympus. Young Alexander found himself alone without weapons or armor, much less his precious medallion. The only thing he knew was that he had to find the 3 medals that the inscription mentioned. After walking for hours, Alexander could not see anything out of the ordinary. Only loneliness seemed to be his only companion, until a silver bird appeared flying towards the north right near the city. Having no other options, Alexander followed his instincts and decided to follow its direction. After his journey, Alexander finally spotted a statue of a bull. Upon reaching it, he noticed that it was on a marble altar, and right in front were the 3 notched ones, all of them with the sign of Taurus. Only when he approached them, the mysterious bird appeared behind him and asked him who he was and what he was doing there. Remembering the words of the inscription, Alexander introduced himself as Aldebaran, the guardian of the most important star in the constellation of Taurus, with the mission of returning the medals to his natal star, as a decree of the gods. The bird mentioned that they were in a territory protected by the guardians, and if anyone dared to take something from this kingdom, the wrath of the gods would fall upon him. Suddenly 2 silver angels came flying. One of them carried a hammer while the other carried a sword. Only Alexander insisted that each one take each medal to be sure not to make a mistake, but the angels insisted on taking care of the gardens, to which Alexander replied that he would have to return empty-handed and the kingdom would suffer the consequences, pointing at them with the tip of his finger. After being confronted, the angels had no choice but to take the medals. The distribution was simple. The 2 angels took a bronze medal and the other the silver, while the bird kept the gold. Suddenly the sky turned red and lightning began to fall on the gardens. One of them destroyed the statue of the bull, while another destroyed the angle of the sword. As the angel of the hammer despaired, he tried to stop the lightning with his hammer. The bird was confused. He did not know what to do. Alexander told him to give him the medal after climbing on his back. Without thinking, the bird flew very fast, trying to avoid the thunder, with which Alexander told him that they should get away from Olympus. The bird was only able to leave the garden, but as it was flying over the castle, a thunderclap caught it, and Alexander had to jump and land right on a balcony. After opening his eyes, Alexander was back in the temple. Only the statue was broken into pieces, just like in the illusion, except that in its center was a small figure. It was that of a golden bull with the signs of Taurus on a diamond base with golden edges, and right in front the golden medal of Taurus that he had taken from Olympus.